Okay, today another one of these great, made in Germany, Keilwerth. This is the SX-90. So this is their pretty much their pro line, and it's just a crazy horn. I mean, it's a big sound. Everybody says, "Oh, it's too loud," and I said, "Well, just don't blow as hard. You don't have to blow hardly at all, and you get a huge sound out of this thing." So a lot of unique features to the Keilwerth that nobody else does. The first, I've got 3 calls in the last 2 days of people. I have to do a thing out at the college tonight with G sharp sticking, and it's just one of those things. I said, okay, get the $100 bill, put it between the pad and the tone hole, and give it a pull and get the crud out. So with this one, it's kind of hard to see, but right here, there's like a teeter-totter mechanism. So the G sharp keys here, it goes up, pushes up, hits on the F sharp key, and the G sharp's right in between the middle of the teeter-totter and pulls that G sharp up. And I've never had one stick on this brand of saxophone with that model in it. Some guy came up to Mr. Julius Keilwerth and said, hey, I've got this idea for your saxophone, and they've been incorporating it ever since. So really cool. The other thing that's unique to the Keilwerth is that the palm keys are adjustable. So you've got a locking collar here, spin it out to wherever you want, spin it back in. I mean, I've spent hours putting corks and risers on guys' keys on the older saxophones to get them up to where you don't have to go an inch to even hit the key. So I've got it set right where all I have to do is just wiggle the knuckle, wiggle a palm, wiggle a knuckle to get those palm keys, which is one of the tough parts. The other thing I love about it is the pearls have a super concave to them. So your fingers just grab right into them. I had a saxophone the other day from some far off land, and the pearl keys were actually convex. So they had a bulge to them, and my fingers were actually slipping off the keys. And I said, I can't play this thing. And usually they're flat or maybe with a slight indentation, but this has just got a huge cup to it. And again, your fingers just slam right into them. It's also got a bigger bore and a bigger bell than just about every. It's almost a 1/2 inch to a 3/4 of an inch bigger bell than a standard tenor. So this is an old busher, and it's about that much. Well, it's hard to see. There. It's about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. Haven't actually measured it, but considerably bigger bell, and it just turns into a big megaphone. So the first time I played one of these with the big band, everybody's looking around trying to figure out if that can't be you. I mean, that sound's coming out of that thing like crazy. And I mean, you're supposed to be blending, but I had one feature in 25 years with the band, and I played it on the SX-90 just because I wanted to blow the doors down on it. We had Ernie Watts play with us, and he plays this model. And he was sitting on the stage. You could hear him on the next block. Just an absolute huge sound. Kirk Whalum, multi-Grammy winning award tenor player, plays one. Branford Marsalis was playing him for quite a bit when he was doing the Jay Leno show and all that. So a lot of huge guys playing them, and it just plays flawlessly. I mean, how many horns can you? Just whisper down to that B flat, or I tell people the tools start rattling off the wall when I'm playing it. I had a kid here playing the alto version, and his mom was sitting there reading a book, and she's almost falling asleep. And I always leave it for last. And she got on that, and she looked, and her eyes perked up. She goes, "What in the world was that?" And the kid's still playing it in all the honors bands and everything, just loving it. So it's funny, very few people come down actually looking for a Keilwerth, and maybe 40 to 50% actually leave with one after they hear it, and they play a thing up against the wall, and man, it just shakes the whole house. So as you want or just as nasty as you want. So anyhow, it just, you can whisper down there. Cosmetically, this one's got a little abrasion on the bell here. You know, some of these guys have just terrible, terrible PHs that play, and they just take all the finish off the keys. This one's probably about a 7.975 out of 10. But the bell's real straight. I get terrible necks, and this neck is in really good shape, never been bent down like about half of the ones I get lately. Just no little scratches on the side here, but I don't see a dent in it anywhere. So again, just some cosmetic damage. Pads are in good shape. It's got a Selmer style big metal resonator pads in it. And again, you can set up these palm keys any way you want. I mean, for a rock and roller, man, this would be great. If you're doing some screaming jazz stuff, it'd be a phenomenal horn. I don't think I'd play it in an orchestra. Maybe with a old C-star mouthpiece or something. But with this mouthpiece, you know, it's just too much. You know, too close to Christmas time. So, I'm going to play a little tune here, and see what we can do. Okay, stop here. Just a second. Let me get this full page for my eyes. retail on one of these is like 7-8 grand. And anything coming from Europe, Japan, anywhere, you got these huge tariffs on them now. I just paid $475 in tariffs on a Yamaha 62 tenor, which is just crazy. Just the import world has just gone crazy now with prices. It's just unaffordable to buy them anymore from overseas. So it's got a beautiful factory case, backpack, nice rectangular case, tons of room, great protection, and again, you can throw it over your back. Serial number is 121284, 121284. It's on my webpage now, and pretty sure it's, yeah, pictures and everything on there. So there it is, beautiful engraving, nice big fat body, fat bell, fat sound, and just a great, great, great saxophone. You know, they usually get all banged up here. Just a lot of superficial scratches on. It's been played, so and it feels like it's got just this beautiful light feel to it. I just got a horn in the other day, and it was so stiff it's almost uncomfortable. Whereas this is just, I mean, it's just butter. Right down to that B flat. It's just fat and solid. All right, got to go. And webpage, www.stevegraysaxes.com. That's STVEGRAY, Saxes, SAXES. And hopefully it's going to go out the door soon. Be a great Christmas present for somebody. And if not, you know, somebody will get this thing. Great value. I mean, with Selmer's at $9,000, I mean, you can buy 3 of these, which is just nuts. Anyhow, got to go.